T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Own it, own it, own it, Kong. I own it. It did.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
What is going on, you guys? Welcome to Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Of course, you're tuned in with the Salt Shakers. Of course, me, Drian Santana, the EIC here, and of course, my tag partner, Nikki Bougie. Having a wonderful and interesting Monday night Raw. I will have to fucking say, because there's a lot of things that happen. Some people talking shit. Factions are combining through awards. I guess some mating calls and shit like that. I don't know what this is. It's a lot of jibber jabber. But we won't spend too much time here, you guys, because they didn't really give us much with the women. So we're gonna talk about the men for a bit, I guess, and then pretty much go from there. But we did open up the show tonight with our undisputed tag team champions, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, who found out unannounced that they were going to be actually defending their titles at Night of Champions against y'all tribal chief Roman Reigns and fucking Solo Sikoa. But in the midst of them talking about they have one common enemy that they do have, which happens to be Roman, and they both are trying to get their revenge, we get Judgment Day come out, and yeah, I mean, obviously they seem to have their eyes on those tag titles, but the fact that Kevin Owens says gentleman and Dom is like, you're labeling Rhea Ripley as a gentleman, like, and then there's Dominic Mysterio. He has no gender identity at all whatsoever. Whatever. So they move a little step closer into the ring, and obviously, of course, whenever Dominic speaks, the crowd is never too fond of him. Doesn't matter where they go, where they are, what language they speak, they do not give a damn about Dominic Mysterio. But they do give a damn about Rhea Ripley, because Rhea Ripley is always finding her way to protect Dom in any scenario, the way she got in Kevin Owens' face, and to the point to way that this turned into a really, really big brawl. Starting with Damian Priest knocking the hell out of Sami Zayn out of the ring, and they basically just jumped. They jumped Kevin Owens until Sami comes in with the chair to try to, avenge his tag partner. And I don't know, man. The more Rhea Ripley spend time in men's business, the less we forget that she even is holding this goddamn title. Not gonna even lie. I'm telling you that much. So I don't know, girl, but we figure out exactly who she does have her eyes on. Outside of the men drama that she keeps inserting herself into. I'm thinking we need to get an intergender match with her and somebody. I'm just saying.
We need her versus Solo.
Honestly. Well, that's only if they choose to take it to that point, but right now I don't think they are. They all in cahoots. We're gonna find out real soon. Maybe not for long. But we get to our first match of the night, Shinsuke Nakamura versus The Miz. Of course, last week these two were in that triple threat match with Seth, actually. No, with Cody to be exact. No, they was in there with Cody. Yeah, they was in there with Cody to be exact. For no. Was it
They
Cody?
were in there with Seth.
It was Seth. Okay. I honestly, truly, that whole triple threat match got me all discombobulated. But they were in a match together last week. They both lost, obviously, and the Miz thought that maybe they should tag team together, team up and stuff like that. But Shinsuke was like, you know what? Nah, my God, we're not doing that. Let's get in the ring. Let's duke it out. What we're gonna do. And of course, Miz did get some offense in this match, but of course, I mean, Shinsuke is on a roll right now. I don't see him losing like anytime soon in regards to this match here, and despite him taking a pin too, though. So, but other than that, I don't really see him losing like a singles match at all whatsoever. But of course, this is Women's Wrestling Talk, and we did find out today that we were supposed to be having a women's tag team match with Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez versus Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. Unfortunately, Liv Morgan is injured due to the match that they had this past Friday with the Damage Control's Dakota Kai and Bailey. She got injured during the match, and they've kind of postponed it. And so Chelsea and Sonya felt as if like it's unfair. Like, why can Raquel still defend these titles even though Liv is not there to be in her corner? Let's make it happen. You guys have done it before. Let's make it happen. But I think Raquel had a little bit more input than what a former Authority member had in Sonya Deville. And so she was like, well, you know what? How about this? I want to have a match with Chelsea Green. And Adam Pearce like, you know what? I can make that official. Now you can make that singles match official, but you couldn't make the 2-on-1 handicap tag match official. And we found out exactly why you didn't do that in the first place later on. Yeah, it was a kick from Dakota Kai that did kind of knock her out. But of course we get here because we see Imperium, and Akira Tozawa constantly seems to be running into people he's had previous encounters with, and he runs into him and he completely walks away so that he doesn't get chopped, honey. I think he really braced himself because he thought maybe he's going to get chopped down, but Walter is a really big guy. Like, him and Ludwig are really big guys compared to Akira Tozawa. I don't know if it's a camera angle or what, but they really made him look really, really huge. Just saying. But before we even get into, of course, going to walking out for the number one contender battle royal match, we got a little video package of Seth Rollins. Video package interview part 1 of Seth Rollins, going back to 2012 when he first started, all the way to working up with the Shield, and eventually getting to where he is now, to say. So this was part 1, discussed the beginning of his career, moving on to what he is currently doing now, and we get part 2 later on where he kind of goes a little bit more in depth into his career. But next week we really find out his feelings and thoughts and everything towards Roman Reigns. But of course Gunther is out here because he is awaiting this battle royal to figure out who his number one contender is going to be to take that title off of him come Night of Champions. And so we end up getting to the battle royal. We had so many different guys inside of this battle royal, those who are a part of Monday Night Raw, as well as those who are free agents, of course. It was a very eventful battle royal. I mean, you got Baron Corbin, you got Chad Gable, Otis, Ricochet, Matt Riddle, Bronson Reed.
The fact that you named Baron Corbin first.
Because he's right here. Like, what do you mean? He's on the end. All right, well, let's start at the top. Humberto, Angel Garza, Mansoor, Monse, whatever, the Viking Raiders, Cedric and Shelton, who I honestly didn't even see in the damn match. Elias, Akira Tozawa, Zion Quinn, Riddick Mox, JD Madonna, Dolph Ziggler, Johnny Gargano, Dexter Lumis, Von Wagner, Mustafa Ali, Apollo Crews, Bronson Reed. You feel like he got robbed this match? I don't know, child. He might have, but I don't know. Hey, Jeffrey, how are you? But yeah, so this battle royale started. Half of these people I don't even remember like actually seeing. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I don't remember this spot here where Monse or carries and catches Mansoor, but then he gets scared because Dexter Lumis is right there, and then they run off. So like, it was just a lot of things happening within this match, and even to the point where like Dolph Ziggler gets the hell beat out of him by JD, because who the hell knows? He beat that man like he stole his money or something. You know, like he owed him a cup of coffee, or
Poor
a
Dolph
brew up.
Ziggler. He gets some of the bad
He does. I feel
reactions
like
from the
a lot of
newbies.
people get to face Ziggler first a lot of times in their
Yeah.
situations. But we end up getting to our final three, which was Mustafa Ali, Ricochet, and Bronson Reed. A lot of people had high hopes, I think, for Bronson Reed to actually be the one to win this match. But of course, we're going to Night of Champions. Baby, you getting a brown boy up in there. And Mustafa Ali won. Now, not to say that, take away from his win, because I'm happy. He got fucking pyro like he was Cody Rhodes out there. You know what I'm saying? Like he won the big one. And he's going off tonight at Champions to face Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. But I'm happy that he won. I am excited that he did win, but we all know why. Like, let's be honest, we all know why he won. And it's not to take away from his win, but let's be real. Let's be logical here. We know why he won. They're going to Saudi. You got to have the representation there. So, just saying. I don't know. But of course, once again, this is the Women's Wrestling Talk. And I mean, of course, the number one show on the planet. And I mean, Becky Lynch had a lot to say about the WWE Hall of Famer, Trish Stratus. Before she gets to the ring, we see Paul Heyman having a conversation with Damian Priest and Finn Balor back there in the back, as Becky is making her way to the ring. You want to know what's funny? Becky looks like Ronda here. I'm not going to fucking lie. Yeah, but yeah, so they're Paul has been making his rounds all night. I'm telling you, he's a very busybody. He's like a drug dealer, no lie. He's out here selling, dreams and making amends and making money out here for the bloodline to give all these people around here. He's a gang leader. He's a co-leader. He's getting everybody involved. But nonetheless, we do get on to Becky. She had a lot to say about Trish. Medusa had a lot to say about Trish. They started a big uproar on Twitter, and probably some of your group chats. But nonetheless,
oh.
But she had a lot to
Yeah.
say. She had a lot to say. And Nikki, I know how you feel about Trish anyway. But how did you feel about what Becky had to say about Trish tonight?
What about the divas? Come on!
Yeah.
What about the divas?
That's what I'm talking about.
What about the divas, huh?
I mean, I think that what Becky said had a lot of power, a lot of resilience, a lot of gratitude. Becky Lynch is one of the greatest women superstars to grace WWE, and it's really significant. Um, this match is more significant on paper than I feel like anything else, but I think it was important for Becky to come back and really just that girl has worked very hard, and I say this every time. Trish, what WrestleMania did you main event? That's it. That's it. It's time to stop being bitter. You've passed the torch one time. Now you have to pass the torch again. You can't go to New Japan Pro Wrestling and pass that torch.
No, of course not.
So,
She's never been over there.
honey, I just think what Becky said it's very important, because Becky is a part of an allegiance and something that was created in WWE that I think we've never seen, and that's literally everyone was so agile and so strong-willed, but loved wrestling and loved to entertain with wrestling. And yes, we have story, but when Medusa said that she built the foundation for the Four Horsewomen, I couldn't agree more. But I don't know. I think Becky's in a good position right now. Becky's in a really good position. She has to win. But who knows? They might. Girl.
I mean, this is Trish Stratus now. And I know a lot of people like same time. I mean, like when they went to Saudi the last time when it was Becky versus Lita, and Becky and Lita put on a banger match. They put on a banger match. Like
Banger.
it was really really good. I honestly truly it made me feel like Lita could have won that match. No lie.
Absolutely.
Like she was really showing Becky like, listen, now we may come from different times, and I may have been a part of the whole Divas era shit and the Attitude era and the Ruthless Aggression and shit like that, but I can still put on a few matches still. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know if they would want to have something like this where I mean Trish wins to be exact. I mean, what exactly would that do for Trish though? Like she'll just say that she has a win over Becky, but where does that take Trish? Like, does that mean Trish is gonna, go after the women's title or something? Does she go after the new title on Monday Night Raw that will be held by the men? Which one is it?
Girl.
I mean, she said she want one more title run, since she said she could have one.
That's who she need to be worried about.
We're really gonna flatline her ass, no lie.
Girl, I'm talking about
more so the fact of that Becky needs to know that they're gonna be running this back again. Because of course we got
100%.
I know that we've had conversations in regards to, like, I've seen people on Twitter talk about, did y'all just forget about Rhea and Becky and what could have been there? And it's like sometimes you have to tease a little bit before you really give your fans something.
Y'all literally gave me a meetup between Rhea and Bianca on the night after WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. Foreshadow a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? It could be. I mean, Lita could come back to Night of Champions and get her revenge on Trish for attacking Becky. But like I said, what if that was a whole goddamn setup and Trish and Lita, Team Bestie, really be Team Bestie and set Becky up? I'm just saying. What if that's the outcome? Is the fact that it was Trish and Lita's plan to not only cost Becky the tag titles wins, retain them, but also we haven't even seen Lita, to be honest. Lita's out here on the goddamn what is that shit called? That treasure hunt shit that WWE got on fucking reels and all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
So like we haven't seen Lita since the attack. You know what I'm saying? Now, yes, they said that there haven't been like any talks or plans for what's next for her, things like that. Hell, she didn't even get drafted. Trish got drafted to Monday Night Raw. You know what I'm saying? So like Trish is looked to be upon as an active superstar. And so I don't know what else she plans to do after her feud with Becky, but I do know that Becky and Rhea are going to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Depending on who wins Money in the Bank.
That looks like the agenda. I mean, even with that, I think Money in the Bank is gonna be. I think this is the year that the women actually get a storyline.
Yeah, I don't need them to cash in too quickly like they always do. Like, why do the men have to hold the Money in the Bank briefcase and for as long as the hell they want to? But for the women, they cash in the same night or the next night.
Yeah,
let them build up. Let them tease a bit. You know what I'm saying?
It makes have, and I hate to say this. I really hate to say this.
Yeah.
But it's time for an unsuccessful.
Yeah, there have been too many. Like I don't think any of them were unsuccessful.
3 times on 3 times. Let's do an unsuccessful with someone and like do what y'all did with Austin Theory with a female. Let it be. I don't even know who could be in that position, honestly.
The women do need one because they've all have cashed in, you know what I'm saying, and been successful with it. We need at least one. One needs to be successful. And of course, y'all gonna try to run it on Bianca. Because that's what y'all do at SummerSlam. Y'all always bring people for Bianca, you know.
I wouldn't mind with those. I want Dana to win. I don't think she will, but I want Dana.
But that's if she gets put in there, though. That's the thing.
That's true.
Like, I don't know when they're gonna be doing those. Oh yeah, I don't know. Her and Emma had a match on main event though, this tonight actually. So I don't know. I mean, Indy or Candice LeRae, it all depends on if they, get entered in, be a part of Money in the Bank. That's really much all it is. Kind of don't really know who's gonna be a part of Money in the Bank as of right now. I mean, they could cash in on Bianca or they could do Rhea. But Rhea, like I said, Rhea is very much tied up right now with her eyes.
I need someone to cash in on Charlotte and not be successful. That's what I'm saying.
Well, Charlotte got to be holding the title.
That's what I'm saying. Like that would be like that would make me happy because she's been cashed in the most.
Mm-hmm.
So have it to where it's like, bitch, not this time. Imagine it being Dana, and then imagine Dana turning on Charlotte immediately and just being like, "You've always taken it from me, taking it from me, taking it from me," and then Dana beats Charlotte at the next pay-per-view. Like,
but let's see if they want to put Dana in that position though, and it seems like to me like they use her good enough for main event or to be jobbed out. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks because Dana is actually a really good wrestler. You know what I'm saying? And like I feel like she could have more, but I don't think they have it that way. Imagine Ronda catching it and Phil.
I think she needs an NXT do-over because it worked for Natty.
Yeah,
it did work for Natty. It kind of gave. I think Natty's always been obviously one of the greats, but I think that people have kind of slept on Natty a little bit. So I think,
just a bit. But it seems like a lot of times the girls always happen to. A lot of times, whoever becomes the champion, new champion, Natalya is the first runner-up to go for it.
Yeah. Natty was like Ronda. Even Sasha, when she came back that time and debuted that new wig, she debuted on Natty for whatever reason.
Girl, right after her daddy died, honey. Like, disrespectful. Honey.
Oh, crazy. So I'm guessing this is what we're getting for Night of Champions, or
it's probably gonna be Night of Champions. It's probably gonna be Night of Champions.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it gotta be Night of Champions. There's no way that you're not gonna have like, a women's match outside of just Becky and Trish at Night of Champions. So.
Absolutely.
I don't know, but we move on within the show because we have Xavier Woods versus Dominic Mysterio, and Eddie is your real father, Dominic, still to this day, according to the sign in the crowd. Y'all gotta let that go. We've already had this discussion.
Oh, I love it.
You know who that man daddy.
This is the content because when you said that, I was just like, oh, so you agree now?
No.
You were reading the sign.
Yeah, always. I'm always reading something, never agree. What I do agree with is the fact that eventually Rhea is gonna be Randy Orton one day. I'm telling you that right now. Somebody gonna boot the fuck out of her eventually. I don't know who it's gonna be, but somebody gonna do it. I'm telling you that much. She always managed to win it.
She hit Kevin hard.
She did. Yeah, it's about that time. It is about that time. But it was not Xavier Woods' time tonight because despite Rhea Ripley even interfering in various different ways, it helped Dominic get the victory in a very interesting roll-up. That's all I can say. And Dominic Mysterio seems to still be on a roll with Rhea Ripley being by his side. I mean, you have to have a woman who's going to support you and help you win in any kind of way. Even if you're in relationships in real life. Oh, okay. So we got JD Madonna, who gives us a very interesting video promo. Of course, letting his presence be known that he is on Monday Night Raw, and he's coming for every goddamn body. He does got a big ass head. I'm telling you that much. God! Colossal. But this video package was before he was stopped by Kathy Kelly as he was leaving the arena, And care to get a little bit more information on him. I personally cannot tell you exactly what the hell he said because I was distracted by the fact that Finn Balor was watching from afar. And we kind of know that there has been a little bit of a tease that that the Judgment Day wants to expand, and they would like to bring in a new member. And I mean, it could be JD because we all know that JD is Finn's protege, shall we want to put it to. And I mean, it just seems as if it would just be just right. He would definitely fit in, no lie. He would fit in Judgment Day. He has a look for it, so I feel like he would be really a great addition to Judgment Day. I just got to figure out how the hell he gonna fit into that. Literally.
I don't know. I just hope that this keeps the cohesive and not we see a separation. What fears me is that Dominic and Rhea are going to kind of go do their own thing. And then Priest and JD and Finn.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, this match here was a blah. Not even lie to you. We got the Indus out here facing some local talent. Indus wins. Simple as that. That's about it. But what's crazy to me is this gender going over there with Corey Graves as if he has an issue, and Corey's saying what's the problem? This man is standing looking at him like,
is she stupid or is she dumb? Because I think she might be both.
Because why is you walking up on me like that? What's the problem? Well, do you feel like what you got to say? Because you in my face, what you gonna do? That's definitely the stance of you trying to get down?
Yeah.
You trying to get down, you can keep running your mouth. Just saying. So, and of course, the American Nightmare, Dr. Luther King, Cody Rhodes is here in the building. We're being blessed by a black man who speaks Spanish. Praise the Lord, hallelujah. Wake up the ancestors. So, of course, we know that Cody will be facing Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions, and he said a lot of things tonight. He called out and talked about Brock Lesnar's face and how Brock Lesnar thinks he's the beast and all this and that, and how he thinks he's better and blah blah. And basically, to sum it up, Brock Lesnar, you are not the best. You are not the next big thing anymore. Cody Rhodes is. Just saying. So,
and Roman, I hope your bitch ass listening too.
Period. Because bitch, you're not the next big thing either. You're done for. I'm telling you right now. So I'm eager to see how this match is going to play out. I will say, Cody, you got knocked the hell out last week. You did.
But
you
that
really
story
did.
told this week.
Huh?
He took us to church this week for real.
Oh yes, he did. He did.
With the sermon about the Scorpio and what
the frog
and the frog.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Period. That's how you do it.
That was a good sermon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a clap.
You take us to church, honey. All right, so Gunther has been seen around a lot, honestly. After Mustafa Ali was, of course, making his way back after winning the match, the Battle Royale, he runs into Gunther. Gunther congratulates him and everything and says, you basically made the biggest mistake of your life. And I don't know if this is going to be a great thing for Mustafa Ali. I know that he's going over to Saudi for the representation-wise. That's about it. None more, none less that I can pretty much think of. But we also see Imperium make their rounds over to the Undisputed Tag Team Champions. And it just seems as if everybody is gunning after Sami and Kevin. Sami and Kevin has had the most interaction with a lot of people than the Usos have while holding these damn titles. Honestly, everybody is after them.
Everybody.
Every time they look around, somebody is in their face.
Even if it's not a match, it's an interaction.
What do y'all want? Why are y'all bothering us? We sitting there chilling, having a conversation. Y'all pull up on us Like it's on site or something. Like y'all trying to bang, y'all trying to get down. What is it?
And Kevin was ready to fight.
Like what? Like why are you like, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, like I know it's all, you know, Paul Heyman making his rounds and stuff, trying to get everybody to, you know, get after, you know, Kevin and Sammy because of the fact that, like, I mean, I would be with KO. I would lose my patience too because, like, why are y'all just like, why do y'all keep coming up to us? Why y'all keep bothering us? Why are y'all in our personal space? Like, y'all want to fight or something? Like, what is it? Y'all want to fight? Dang. So then it's just basically like they just made a challenge to them, you know, the three of them, Imperium versus Kimmy. I mean, not Kimmy, but now put the names together. Sammy and Kevin, and a partner, and a partner of their choosing. Hopefully it's not marital, I will say. So back to more women's situations. Obviously, Zoey Starks, she makes her debut match last week with Nikki Cross, and she is still trying to speak to the weirdo, as what she calls Nikki. And Candice LeRae comes up and says, you do not talk to her like that. And if you have an issue, we can settle it in the ring. And Zoe's like, well, you know what, bitch? How about next week? You get your lavender head ass in the goddamn ring next week. And we get your lavender head back in the ring, and we're going to fight. Come on.
I think they're going to have a really good match, too.
They are.
I think we're going to see more increasing to the way.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki Cross and Candice LeRae obviously have a lot of history.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, her jacket is top tier.
It is. It's very much Triple H.
That's who she dressed like for Halloween.
It's all about the game and how you play it.
Okay.
Speaking of, okay, can you
match we had, right?
This on the only one. It's the only women's match we had, and it's none other than Raquel Rodriguez versus Chelsea Green. As Samantha would like to say. I can't do it like her though, but yeah.
Yeah, she's always giving her like. I'm not throwing them games at y'all. It's a hard goddamn.
Girl, we know. I hope they know.
She's always like Chelsea Green. I love that. That just goes to show Samantha really enjoys her job. I love the clips that we get of her too. When she's doing it. But this was a great match. Raquel and Chelsea ate. Chelsea was eating down. Had people thinking she was gonna get that win for real.
She could have. Honestly, she could have. But I mean,
champions were pinned tonight, so
very much so. Definitely pinned tonight. But unfortunately, it did not turn out that way for Raquel. She did not get pinned, and she gains a victory. But does she really, like, does she really gain a victory? You know, the celebration is ruined, very much so, by the return of Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. And we know these two won that little like WrestleMania showcase at WrestleMania, and they haven't been seen since then. Yes, they did get drafted to Monday Night Raw, but Liv Morgan is not here, so that means they eventually Ronda and Shayna are gonna run back into Liv Morgan again. Nothing to be afraid of, but just saying. I mean,
hey, I ain't mad.
I don't know about how y'all feel, but you know, I don't know.
How you feel?
I was happy to see Shayna.
Listen, I'm over the whole like Ronda pisses me off when she's in the single bout.
Mm-hmm.
That's what pisses me off. But when she's causing terror with Shayna, I can't have. I mean,
I don't hate it. I'm here for it. It works better with her. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're making her to be, you know, more the talker anyway and stuff outside of Shayna and everything. But I mean, you know, you gotta love it. So I mean, but what's crazy is the fuck how she kicked Raquel in that damn side is what's funny. She kicked the shit out of her. I'm like,
you want to talk about Triple H? Shayna Baszler is Triple H, baby.
Girl, she kicked the fuck out of her. I was like, oh my God, that shit is hilarious. That was definitely a stiff kick. Like, she could have broke that girl rib, no lie. Now we got both our champions injured, and then they got to vacate. Not now, though, if possible. But yeah, so
we don't know. Speculation.
I don't know yet. I don't know where this goes to, but I guess we'll find out pretty soon.
Yeah.
But we get here because, like I said, Imperium has been making their rounds all up and through Monday Night Raw. And, they're sitting there, they're having a conversation with somebody, and then they shake their hand. But anybody knows that hand and sue from anywhere. I mean, of course, it's none other than Paul Heyman, once again, making his rounds with his visitors pass. And why you got that old-ass iPhone? Come on. Now, Paul.
You said he was a drug dealer, girl. That's a next tail church.
No. Mm-mm. But yeah, so he's been making his rounds and stuff, and obviously he's putting it in his notes, recording to say that he's got all these people working together to take out Sammy and Kevin. So he's working behind the scenes, making sure shit going down, all this stuff there. That raw phone is noticeable, like. That red ass case with that damn 6-star out there, GD or something. All right. Apollo Crews with a video package. Of course, he's no stranger to being on the main roster, but I don't know exactly what he plans to do here on main roster again. But as long as he don't come with that damn accent, that's it. Number one on the list.
I feel like they have nothing for that man.
Nothing. But what we do have is Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes under the same roof next week on Monday Night Raw. Which will basically be our take-home show for Night of Champions, as well as a lot of other things that's taking place that week as well. We also have our contract signing between Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus. I don't know why there's a contract signing, but hey, you got to put something out there just to get them both in the same ring, and who knows what happened. Maybe Trish might put slut on the back of Becky's shirt or something like she did Christy Hemme when she closed for Playboy. Who knows? But you know what? I'm thinking about the Divas era. Because it's all about them. Just saying.
What about the divas? Come on!
Yeah.
What about the divas?
What about I'm talking about?
Yes, what about the divas? I don't know what her new promo look is gonna be like. Who knows what Trish is gonna have up her chest anytime soon. We don't know that. But we also, like we said earlier, 6-man tag match. Gunther, Ludwig, Giovanni Imperium versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and a mystery partner. Like I said, hopefully it is not Matt Riddle.
Yeah,
especially if we're gonna make this a mystery.
Let's get something good.
Please. But we move over into our main event. Do we want to take a commercial break before we get to this?
Listen, why not, honey?
Why not? I mean,
why not?
Why the fuck not?
Enjoy this quick commercial break as we go and pay the bills here at Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet.
Hey peeps, TK Trinidad here, boss lady of Women's Wrestling Talk. And I want to say thank you so much for watching because you've got millions of options. Plus, you don't have to worry about sharing your password to check us out. But while you're here, hopefully you know we have so many more shows to watch, like Turnbuckle Glam, Raw post-show, WoW post-show, AEW Dynamite post-show, Women's Wrestling Army post-show, NXT post-show, Impact Wrestling post-show, AEW Rampage and SmackDown Live post-show, On the Scroll, ROH post-show, WWT Live, plus all of our interviews with the hottest women's wrestlers in the game. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our website at www.talkpod.com and follow us on all social media platforms at www.talkpod, and make sure to spread the word. That means send this to the group chat. Yes, even the person with the green bubble. Thanks again so much for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet. Ciao for now.
Yeah, I see my boy. Hayes.
Girl, I am fucking dead. All right,
Every
so
time.
so Rampage is on Friday at 6:30 p.m. Well, y'all know where I will not be at.
Look how she ate that.
Look, I won't be here because I'm going to see Fast and Furious. So Fast X, so I won't be here.
Yeah.
So don't look for me, guys. I will not be here.
I might pop in. Y'all might see me pop in on Friday.
I'm attending other festivities. Just saying. All right, so we get to our main event here. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Of course, we know how this match came about because of the brawl that they had earlier within the night. And of course, you can't have issues without Rhea and Dominic Mysterio being outside. Ooh, Damian. Okay, Finn. All right, my bad. Distracted. Okay, so you just can't have, not all the Judgment Day out there without, Dominic and Rhea being a party, interfering every chance they get, even though they got ejected out of the match, of course, because of the stupidity that these two children keep fucking doing. Getting involved in shit and doing exactly what they do and being a goddamn distraction. And so they got ejected out, but then they eventually came back and Xavier Woods, I guess, took Dominic out or whatever. I don't know where the hell Rhea went to, but it is what it is. But we continue on with this match, and I mean, we see Imperium. First we see Paul Heyman come out to watch the match, and then he makes a phone call in the middle of the match, like, "Who the fuck you calling, DoorDash?" And then he's over here. Then out comes Imperium. And then Imperium comes out of nowhere and basically caused a huge distraction, and the tag champs get pinned. They do, and Judgment Day win.
I'm shocked.
I'm not sad at all, you guys.
I'm not sad either, but I'm shocked.
I was not expecting it, but the numbers games for Sami and Kevin are about to become very outnumbered.
Oh,
very outnumbered, honestly, truly. With Paul Heyman bagging the Judgment Day and Imperium, like, Sami and Kevin are going to have to do something big or major or rely on some people who can better assist him in any kind of way. And of course, Judgment Day won a title shot. Of course, Imperium wants a title shot too. A lot of these people that are siding with Paul Heyman want a title shot against, Kevin and Sami, and they're gonna get it one way or another.
Wait till these folks find out. Wait till these folks find out that Roman and Solo gonna win those tag team titles.
All I'm gonna say is, if y'all think that Roman and Solo are gonna win these goddamn tag titles,
Give me a hell yeah.
Okay, let's fucking keep moving and stop playing.
What a time, girl. That scarred me. Whitney is on the wrong.
So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Hell no. Do y'all want me to blow up on fucking Night of Champions? Do y'all want me to lose my mind?
I really think they are, though.
I don't have time for this.
I feel like this is why we're getting the reinforcements.
They need reinforcements so that they can take them out. Whole time, the Usos right there.
I mean, he said the Usos is the problem.
Well, they finna be a big fucking problem now.
Period. 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 Period.
Just saying. So get prepared for that. I tell you that much. Because whatever happens come Night of Champions, we will definitely be here to talk about it and discuss all those things there. But other than that pretty much brings us to the end of our Monday Night Raw post show. We thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Oh yeah, there is gonna be a Night of Champions post show. I will be there. Nikki will be there. Shay will be there as well, another host. So we're gonna have quite a fun time. That I will say.
Yeah, we also have a Resurgence post show. We're having an Impact Wrestling Under Siege post show. You can catch us here back again on Thursday night, of course, for Impact Wrestling. A lot of shows happening on Thursday and during the week, so make sure you check those out. But yeah, that's it for the Salt Shakers, because we got a biz on out of here.
We do, but
get the check, right, honey? Wait, we gotta go find Triple H.
We do, because we got something to talk about.
Get our money. Okay,
For real.
Liv, Liv may be injured, but Kevin and Sam could have a triple threat match.
That is very true. But yeah, so we definitely thank you guys so much for hanging out with us here. Definitely continue to follow Women's Wrestling Talk. Follow all of our socials at WWE Talk POD. Check out the website as well, www.talkpod.com. Articles going out each and every day, you guys, and definitely continue to check out our post shows. Watch out for the socials. Check out our interviews that we recently had as well, and things like that as well. Continue to support us like you always do. We appreciate you guys, and we'll be back on Thursday for Impact Wrestling. So enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Bye!
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.